Then let's talk about the cabinet corner cutting. The cabinet corner cutting is actually very simple. We just need to draw it according to the normal cabinet. We can draw it according to a normal cabinet, a square cabinet. After we finish drawing, there is a corner cutting on the right side of the drawing interface. This corner cutting is for the cabinet corner cutting. It means whether to cut a right angle or an oblique angle. In the case of cutting a right angle, it is a common way to avoid the cold, right? Then at this time we can click on this right angle cut, and then we can select the corresponding corner, right? The left rear corner or the left front corner, the left rear corner or the left front corner. For example, right. The right front corner, this is a vertical cut. This is a horizontal cut. The top one is a vertical cut. The bottom one is a horizontal cut. For example, my right front corner, right? You only need to enter two parameters, that is how much the width is and how much the depth is. For example, I cut the depth of 100, right? And the width of 200 I can directly confirm, and then it will automatically generate our middle side panel, and it will automatically generate this side panel. It's not called the middle side panel. The side panel is actually a super large panel. This is a super large panel. This is a vertical cut and can also be cut horizontally, right? For example, the upper front corner is cut 200 deep and 200 wide, right? Then we cut it. This piece above has been cut. You see, because I set a default color for it, so its color is not this color. Then this is a horizontal cut. It can also be cut at the same time. For example, I can cut the right front corner and the upper front corner at the same time. This is our function of avoiding the cool. Well, a customer asked, right? If I don't cut through, for example, if I don't cut through vertically, right? What can I only cut? Only cut 500 meters in height. At this time, we can choose select this setting height, whether to start cutting from the top or from the bottom, and confirm the cutting height. Then it will be automatically generated. Then the cutting width is the same. Right? The horizontal cutting is the horizontal cutting. Which corner to cut, right? How high to cut and how deep to cut. Then there is a setting width below, whether to start cutting from the left or from the right. And the cutting head width is confirmed, right? This is a one-click corner cutting, a one-click cool-off, including our angled cabinet. That is, what is that kind of staircase cabinet? Staircase cabinet. Staircase cabinet. Actually, also, it's very simple. That is to say, in our cutting, there are bevel cutting, left side cutting, or right side cutting, bevel cutting, left side cutting, or right side cutting, bevel cutting, right side cutting, bevel cutting. Height is equivalent to at what height do you start cutting the angle. If you cut the length, it means how wide you cut it, then I can directly determine it at this time. It is to generate this angled cabinet with one click. Ha! That is our staircase cabinet. The staircase cabinet is angled, right? In fact, the height is, for example, 500. The length is, for example, 1 meter. Cut right, right? Cut right, cut right. It is this kind of lying. In fact, the height is equivalent to this board from the bottom to the top of this board, right? The height is also 500. In fact, the height is equivalent to from the bottom to this board. The height is 500 and the length is how wide it is cut. From here, right, how wide it is cut, it means 1 meter is cut. Then it is a one click to generate the corner cabinet, which is equivalent to the staircase cabinet we mentioned. If it is cut on the left side, it is like this, in this direction. Then this is our cabinet corner cutting operation.